morning to all of you. As you know, myself, Dr. Manish Chaudhary from Operations Industry. Today we will continue our classes, which is for our coursework classes. I am studying you the paper number 4, research methodology. Okay. For that, today we are studying our new topic, which is known as queuing models. Queuing models. Before we started, we just know about what are the purpose of queuing model, what are the objectives of the queuing models. First, we will talk about the purpose. What are the purpose? That's why we will using this method. Basically, purpose we can say that it will be simulations is often used in an analysis of queuing models. A simple but typical queuing models are calling population, waiting time, and server. Okay. Queuing model provides the analyst with a powerful tool for designing and evaluating the performance of queuing systems. Typically, measures of system performance are server utilizations, length of waiting lines, and delay of customers. For reality, simple systems is compute mathematically. For realistic models of complex system is simulations is usually required. Now we are talking about their outlines. Outlines for the queuing model. Okay, they discuss some well-known models not developed of queuing theory. For this, see other classes. We will deal with general characteristics of queue, meaning and relationship of important performance measurement, estimations of mean measure of performance, effects of varying impact parameters, mathematical solutions of some basic queuing models. After it, we will talk about the characteristics. Characteristics of queuing model or queuing system. Characteristics of queuing models and queuing system. Because as we all know that the meaning of queuing. Queuing basically means waiting, which means when we are going to anywhere in mall, in cinemas, waiting for a long queues. It is basically terms will be used. When we are talking about the characteristics of queuing systems, they are basically key elements which are the key elements of queue systems are basically divided in two types. First one is known as customer. And second one is known as server. For in customer, we refer to anything that arrives at the facility and required services. For example, people, machines, trucks, emails, packets, frames, etc. For a server, we can refer to any sources that provide the requested services. Example: repair person, machines, runways at airport, host, switch, router, disk drive or algorithm. These are the basics key elements which we will use in a characteristic of a queuing method. Now we will study some other examples with the help of a table which is easier to us to understand it. In it we can say that first one is we will divide it in three parts. First part is system. Second part is customer. And the third part is known as we know, it is known as server. For a system, we will say it is a reception, desk, for a system, we can say it is a reception. So, who will approach the reception desk? They are they are people. And who will deal with? Which is known as receptionist. On the other hand, if we are talking about system of hospital, hospital में customers कौन होंगे? They are known as patients. And who will deal with them? Nurses. If we are talking about the airport system, customers are airplanes and runway is their server. If we are talking about the production line, the customers are cases and servers are for their case packers. If we are talking about computer, customers are jobs and their servers are CPU, disk, CD, and last, if we are talking about the network, the customers are known as packets and server is known as router. These are the basic characteristics of the queuing system. As we know that we will divide it into two parts. First part is known as customer and second part is known as server. So that is the basic characteristic model of the queuing system. Now we will go to the next part, which is called a calling population. Okay, make it again and we will do it again. Now we are going to the calling population. Calling population, which means the population of potential customers may be assumed to be finite or infinite. For a finite population model, if arrival rates depends on the number of customers being served and waiting. Example, model of one corporate jet. If it is being repaired, the repair arrives rate become 0. Second one is infinite population model. If arrival rate is not affected by the number of customers being served and waiting. Example, system will large populated of potential customers. That is called infinite population. Next one we will talk about system capacity. Next one we will talk about the system capacity. Okay, in system capacity, a limit on the number of customer that may be in a waiting line or a system. Limit capacity, which means, example, an automatic car wash only has room for 10 cars to wait in line to enter the machines. If system is full, no customer are accept anymore. Unlimited capacity, which means, examples, concern ticket sales with no limits on a number of people allowed to wait to purchase tickets. Next one is called arriving process. Arrival process. Arrival process. It is for infinite population model. It terms and inter-arrival times of successive customers. Arrival types, which means it will be divided in various parts. First one is known as random arrivals, which means inter-arrival times usually characterized by a probability distributions. Most important model, Pearson's arrivals process, where a time represent the inter-arrival time between customer and customers is exponentially distributed. Schedule arrivals. Inter-arrivals times can be constant or constant plus or minus a small random amount to represent early or late arrivals. At least one customer is assumed to always be present, so this server is never time or never ideal. Example, sufficient raw material for a machine. Next one, we will talk about for finite population models, which is a customer is spending when a customer is outside the queuing system. Example, machine repair problem. A machine is pending while it is operating. It becomes not pending. The instance is demands service for a repair. Runtime of a customer is the length of the time for departure from the queuing systems until the customer's next arrival to the queuing. Example, machine repair problem. Machines are customers and a runtime is time to failure, which is, we can say, it is denoted by TTF, time to failure. Next one we will go to the is known as queue behavior and queue discipline. Queue behavior and queue discipline. In it, queue behavior, which means the action of customers while in a queue waiting for service to being for examples is jockey move from one line to the shortest line. Queue discipline, which means the logical ordering of customer in a queue that determine which customer is choose for service when a server become free. For example, first in first out, last in first out, service in random orders, shortest process time first, service according to priority. These are the basically queue disciplines. Next one we will talk about service time and service mechanism. Service time and service mechanisms. Service times of successive arrivals are denoted by, we can see, S1, S2, S3, so on. Okay, is usually characterized as a sequence of independent and identical distributions, random variables. Example: exponential, gamma, long normal, and normal distributions. A queue system consists of a number of service centers and interconnected queues. Each service center consists of some number of servers working in parallel. Upon getting to the head of the line, and customer takes the available servers. For that, we will take some example which will helpful for understanding better. We are talking about the queuing system. Okay. For it, we can take an example number. Arrivals, queue first, Q2, that is service center 1, and here we can say it is service center 2, service center Q, which is C is equals to, say that service center is for self service, and that is for where we can put the clerk. Now they will go to the queue number 3, which is basically we can say the service center number 3, where cashier is sitting there, and next one is departure. Next one is departure. That is a basic simple example which we will use for studying better it. In it, consider a discount warehouse where customers may serve themselves before paying at a cashier, which is known as service center number 1, or a service center where we can put various more than 2 or 3 clerks. In it, we can see that if a customer arriving here, he will definitely have 2 options. First, he will go through it, which is that service center is a self-service center, and second one option is the customer will go to that part where the service center will be divided in 3 parts. There will be 3 clerks are present. After they collect their requirements, they will move on to the next queue, which is known as service center 3, where a cashier person is there for the amount for the paying the payments. And last one, for after paying, you may be depart from there. For this system, wait for one of 3 clerks. Batch service of customer required several servers. If we are going to the batch service, we will require several servers. In it, we can say that in that part there is only one single window. but when we are going to that part, it will be divided in 3. There, here. It will be divided in this part, which means if a customer is arriving at here, he will look out only for single window, and if he will arrive here, there are here 3 portions. So it will be easier to understand that where customer waiting queue timing is less, where we can see that where the customer waiting queue timing is lesser than others. Okay. Next example we will use. That is the first example. And definitely when both options are present in front of customer, the customer may choose either he will go service center 1, service center 2. Where crowd is less, the customer will move there. Next example is example number 2. Where we can say a candy production line queue number first, it is machine, first candy maker or wrapper. Second one, that is queue number 2, which capacity is 1000, which moves to the machine number 2, which is called as packer machine. Next one, it will move on the third part of processing, which has a machine number 3, which work a seller or a wrapper. After that, it will be departure. Or it is a basic example for any factory, any production lines where any candy will be made. Okay, there are 3 machines separated by buffers. Buffer have capacity of 1000 candies at a time. In it, we can see that in a first machine will be make a candy. After that, it will move to the second part, which is known as machine number 2, which is basically work of the machine is packing of that candies. After that, it will be move on the third machine part, which is basically work for as a seller or as a wrapper. Okay, these are 2 examples. I hope it will be very easier to understand to you. Now we are going to the next part of that topic, which is known as queuing notation. Queuing notation, which is also known as the Tyndall notations. Okay. In it, we can say a notation system of parallel server queue is for parallel. Is either A, either B, either C, either N, either K. In it, A is represent the inter-arrival time distributions. B represent the service time distributions. C represent the number of parallel services, servers. N represent the system capacity, and last one, K represent the size of calling populations, where N and K are usually dropped if they are infinite. If they are infinite. Common symbols for A and B, which are, it will be denoted by M, which means it is known as Macau, which means exponential distribution. Exponential distributions. Next one is symbol is known as D, which is non-constant. Next one is EK. It is known as Ehrlich distribution of order K. Next one is known as H, which we can say it is hyper exponential distribution. Last but not least, it is known as G, which is known general arbitrary. General arbitrary. These are the common symbols which is used for A and B part. For examples, we will use some examples. We can say an example which is known as, if it is denoted by M1 infinite or infinite. Same as we can say it M and 1. In it we can see that single server with unlimited capacity and call population. Inter-arrivals and service times are exponential distributed. Second example we will look, it is known as GG155. GG155. It shows that single server with capacity 5 and call population is also 5. Next example we can use M520 1500 FIFO, which means 5 parallel services with capacity 20. Call population is 1500 and service discipline is FIFO. After it, we will talk about some other topics, other parts, which is general performance measurements of queuing systems. There are few symbols also. For example, first one is known PM, which is steady state probability to having n customers in a system. Second one is known as lambda, arrival rate, lambda C, effective arrival rates. Next one is known as AN, inter-arrival time between customer n-1 and n. Next one, which is known as L, long run time, average number of customers in a system. Next one is known as W, which is long run average time spent in system per customers. Okay. Now we will go to our next topic. Next topic is, we can say, long run measure of performance of queuing system. Okay, for it we can say that it is a primary long run measures of performance are. It is denoted by, first one is L. It is called, I will write it first name, after that we will be Q. Okay, for L it is a long run time average number of customers in system. LQ is long run time average number of customer in queue. W is long run average time spent in system per customer, and WQ is known as long run average time spent in queue per customer. And last one is it is denoted by server utilizations. Other measurements of interests are long run proportionals of customers who are delayed longer than T0 time limit. Long run proportional of customer turns away because of capacity constraints. Long run portions of time of waiting line constant more tag K0 customers. Next one, which is we will use, is a goal of this section. Why we are using this part? What are their goals? For goals, we can say measures of performance for a general GGC and Q systems, which is GGC and K system. How many measures can we estimate for simulation runs? There are two types of eliminators. First one is known as sample average, and second one is known as time integrated sample averages. Okay. In it, we can draw a chart which is easier for you. It will draw like this. We will use a parameter x for a time, and that parameter is for number of customers in the system. Okay, it's here one. We can just write it as Q 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is known as T1, T0, T1, T2, T3, again T2, T1. That is called as T0, T1, T2. These are the basic time average number in a system L. In a system L. Okay. Now we will go to the next portion. Now we are talking about the time average number in system L. Number in system L. We can say consider a queuing system over a period of time with T. Let T1 denoted the total time during 0 to T in which the system contained exactly I customers. The time weightage average number in the system is definited by 1 upon P upon infinite upon I is equals to where value is 0 and I is equals to 0, value of T is known as Ti upon T. Next one, if consider the total area under the function is LT, then function is LT, then it means we can denote is 1 upon T infinite I is equals to 0 I Ti, which means 1 upon T, its value is T2 0 L into T. Okay, next one, if the long run time average number of customer in system with probability 1, with probability 1, then we can say it 1 upon T, it is T to 0 L where T is infinite. This equation is for a long run time average number of customers in system with when probability is 1. Now we will talk about other numbers where we can say in earlier a few times before we can draw a table where we will talk a values. T value is T1, T2, T3, T4, which is dependent between graph between x axis is T and y axis is the number of customers. Okay, from the help of that table we will go to some results which are from the table. Okay, it is upon 20, which means 23 upon 20, which means 1.15 customer. That we will go to the previous part where we will draw a table with a parabolic table. With the help of the table, we will put this value. That is a 0. That is a 0. From the table, we will put this value and make a proper equations where we will put the values and we will find out there the result is a 1.15 customers will be deal at that time. Okay. I think that is enough for today's class. We will meet in next class after a few days. Okay. Till that, goodbye and have a nice day. Thank you.